Welcome back to the Shipyard. Today, the Dominion Faction Pack. And since we now have confirmation that we're getting a Cardassian Faction Pack, which will be a subset of the Dominion, we can truly call this the Dominion Faction Pack. And that makes sense based on the ships we've got in here. We've got 2 bugs, a battleship, a battle cruiser. So, I really called this part 1 of the Dominion as a whole faction. I've had this pack over a month, almost 2 months at this point, and I'm just now taking the shrink wrap off of it. That's gotta tell you something. It's not that everything's bad, it's not that this is a whole bunch of terrible cards. There's some very interesting cards here. But it's that there's not the same punch, there's not the same excitement in this pack that the Romulans had, that the starter set has, that, gosh, even the Ferengi have. I know I'm spoiling things ahead, but goodness. Yeah, so for anyone that doesn't know, here's what's on the back of the box. The Dominion was a millennia-old interstellar state in the Gamma Quadrant consisting of the Founders, Vorta, Jem'Hadar, joined by the Cardassians, Breen, and other species in the Alpha Quadrant. This highly technologically inclined group was found and ruled by the Founders, a group of changeling shapeshifters. The desires of the Founders were carried out by the genetically engineered Vorta, acting as commanders and diplomats for the Dominion. The Jem'Hadar, forced into drug-induced servitude with Ketracel White, acted as the soldiers and workers for the Dominion. Basically, that's a brief history of the Dominion. And, yeah, Deep Space Nine, big war, the Dominion War. And, yeah, so interesting things to be had here for sure. And this pack, we've got some good stuff. So let's get into it and see what there is. Alright, so just like we've seen before, easy open flap, 4 ships here. And couple of cardboard sheets, base plates, shields. Because apparently you need shields, but you don't need everything else. Yeah. Ship models. Oh, yay joy. Getting these out. Yeah. Well, here. I'm going to make this easy on myself. They're purple. They're very metallic purple. They look good. They look very good, in fact. Beyond that, I don't want to try to get them out of the plastic right now. Sorry I'm taking the lazy way out, but that's just what I'm doing right now. Alright, as always, pronunciation, I'm sorry ahead of time. And we're going to do 3 piles like we've been doing. The great, the good, and the So, first up, we've got Lamet Ukan. 2-point crew. Unique. When attacking, if this ship spent its target lock token to reroll its attack dice, this ship may convert 1 blank into 1 hit. I like that. So often you spend a target lock and you reroll blanks into blanks, and that helps with your quality. I don't think it's fantastic. I think it's pretty good. It's a nice ability to have. So, Lamat can sit there. Now, I'm just going to get those out of the way. Lamat can sit there. Yeah. Alright, maneuver card, we don't need that. Disruptor Cannon. I like the artwork there. A Disruptor Cannon. This is a secondary arc only. And it can only go on the big battle ship. Yes, the battleship. 3-point weapon. 6 dice, range 1 to 2. Attack, spend this ship's target lock token, discard this card, target an opposing ship, perform this attack twice. I like it. I like it for the pow-pow nature, the combination. Being able to pump in 6 dice and then 6 dice, it's going to hurt. The battleship has doesn't have a rear arc. It has essentially a 45-degree center arc, but it's that. So the little dash, it's in X-wing, it's called the bullseye arc, and here it's a forward secondary arc that it gives some intrigue. I like having the option there. It means you have to really maneuver well, but if you get that shot lined up, it's a good shot to have. But yeah, I rate this card pretty well. All right, our second division battleship. This is Jem'Hadar Battleship 6075, 35 points, double crew, triple weapon, tech. In phase, if this ship performed a green maneuver this round, repair 1 hull or shield. Decent ability there. As soon as you start taking damage, this has some decent potential. Combine it with that Romulan tech, where if you take 3 or more damage, you repair a shield. This works. Slots, I don't love the slots. Triple weapons overkill, but there are some cheap Dominion weapons where this could have some potential. So I like it. Ultimately, I think it's okay and just okay, but that's okay. I know I just used the word okay a lot, but yeah. All right, our Jem'Hadar attack ship. A 3232 for 13 points, crew, weapon, tech. And I like this. I have a hard time not liking a 13-point ship that has 10 points worth of stats. That makes it a super discount. And yeah, 3 points isn't a ton to fall in, or sorry, 3 attack dice isn't a ton to fall in love with. But it's the abilities, throwing out generics. Yeah, it falls in the I can figure out a way to make that work. Talak Talon, 2-point crew, can only go on a Jem'Hadar ship. The circle, I think, means ship. I always forget that rule, but I'm going with that. If it's wrong, there'll be a note on screen. Action: discard this card and target all friendly ships at range 1 to 2. Place a battle station token beside this ship and all target ships. The new Klingon ship, Kempek's attack cruiser, does it better, but it only targets cloaked ships. But at least it doesn't have an end. This is a one-time use. You can make it work, but I think it's definitely okay. One time to get a whole bunch of battle stations definitely goes with the Dominion ideal of alpha striking, and it's definitely better than I think it's the Klingon talent Once More Unto the Breach. That does the same thing, but it's a 5-point talent. So this gives you some of those ideas. Yeah, this has more restrictions, but I still like it. Alright, phase Polaron beam. 1 per ship, Jem'Hadar attack ship only, so these little bugs. But 3 dice, range 1 to 2, attack, disable this card, target an opposing ship. This attack ignores the target ship's shields, and this ship may convert 1 battle station into a hit. I like it. I really do like it. It's kind of annoying because you're not gaining attack dice, you're actually losing an attack die at range 1. But you are gaining a little bit of quality and you're bypassing shields. And sometimes that's all you need. It does nothing against cloak, which is annoying, and cloaking is certainly a thing at times. So I'm going to stick it in the middle because it has uses. It's not all the time, but yeah, it's all right. All right, suicide attack. Yeah, welcome to the demonetization of this video. 1 per ship, bug only, 5-point tech. I'm always a little wary. But activation phase. If this ship overlaps an opposing ship, target that ship, destroy this ship. Deal 2 crits to that target ship's hull. Alright, 2 crits direct. That is something. That does work. Crits are not the be-all end-all of the game, right? A lot of crits are fairly innocuous. Something like, oh, turns are red, or at the start of combat phase, roll a die on a hit, take a damage. But even that can compound. The problem here is you are destroying your ship, and 2 crits is essentially just 2 hull damage. And unless you're destroying a ship in return, it's not everything. So I think that card's just a little too expensive for what it is, and I'm going to put it down in the corner. Alright, we have the female changeling captain, admiral. So we've got a 9 skill captain, a +2 admiral, both with a talent slot, both 6 points. So we've got an action or fleet action. Decrease the captain skill of the captain equipped to this ship by 1 this game round. Perform an action on this ship's action bar and an action on a Dominion crew upgrade equipped to this ship as free actions. So that's pretty good. You're getting essentially a 2-for-1 action. You're paying 6 points for it, and you're losing skill, right? Is skill everything? No, skill's not what it used to be. You're able to be flexible with it, but you still need an action to do those 2 actions. You have to have a Dominion crew. There are some decent Dominion crew to take actions for. There's more Dominion crew that are passive, things like Bohica, Breen Aid, Ramada Klon. So I don't know that female changeling is truly the be-all end-all right now. There are more Dominion things coming out. The aforementioned Cardassian pack, there's a Jem'Hadar attack ship card pack coming in March, so she's okay, but ultimately I have to say that for all the build-up of wanting a female changeling, I think I have to put her in the I don't like her and you can't make me pile. I know that sounds childish. I'm not trying to make it sound childish, but I do. So, yeah. A 6th Wing Patrol Ship. This is a named Jem'Hadar attack ship, 3233, 16 points, double crew weapon tech. So we're gaining a crew slot from our generic, and I like that. Of all the things to gain, give me a crew. Other weapons can be nice at times, as can tech. So variety, I guess, is the spice of life here, or options. This ship rolls +1 attack die if there's another Jem'Hadar attack ship within range 1. Um, Certainly doable, right? We've got a few options of Jem'Hadar attack ships. Cheap ones? Not quite. We've just got the 2. We're going to get a third here with the card packs, and it's playable. Getting a 4th die by flying some swarm tactics, yeah, I can see some things happening here. This doesn't suit my play style, but that doesn't make it bad. So, hemming and hawing right here. Don't want to cause the whole pile to fall into the floor. I guess I'm going to let it live up here for now. Alright. We've got all power to weapons. This is a card. I hate the way it's written. I'll just say it that way. So it's a unique talent, 5 points. You have to equip it to a Dominion captain on a ship of hull 5 or more. Combat phase, place 3 time tokens on this card. Disable the ship's shields. Okay, fine. That much is easy. Continuous effect. This ship's shields remain disabled. This ship can only perform green maneuvers. This ship rolls +3 attack dice. Okay, for how long? While you have time tokens on the card, for the rest of the game, that much is unclear, right? Is this a one-time effect? Is this, can you reroute the time tokens? It's a decent effect, right? It is using your rule of 3 attack dice, and because of that, I feel like you're not maximizing as much as you could before the rules changed, right? If this came out in the old days, it would be sitting over here. Absolutely no question. And I don't hate it, but boy, the restrictions are a lot. Now, the thing is, you can combine it with disruptor cannons, and then you're rolling 9 and 9 dice. And yeah, that's scary. Oh, is that scary? But it's also a lot of points to be investing into a combination. Plus, you have to have a captain for the talent slot. So, I think, ultimately, I don't like it. I don't like it because of what it exposes you to. Having your shields down hurts. Having to only do green maneuvers hurts. You're really telegraphing yourself. And if you're trying to pull off some things, you're in a load of trouble. Now, I say all of that, and then you get secondary matter system, which can only go on a Dominion ship. It's a 3-point tech, and it says all 2 banks and 3 straight maneuvers this ship performs are green maneuvers. So that opens up a wealth of possibilities. Combine that with Chemosite, and well, I think you have a mess, because you're not actually performing that maneuver. So I don't think that works. But yeah. Anyways, get back to me on that. Somebody asked me that in the comments, and we'll figure that one out. Anywho, yeah, having some more greens, nice, but ultimately, I feel like this is way overcosted. Especially in a world where Chemosite exists. Just, yeah. Sorry, all movement tech is now compared to chemosite. That's just the harsh reality of this. All right, our next card is Captain Iggy Pop. I mean Yelgren. Skill 6, talent 4 points. Action, target an opposing ship whose captain has a higher skill than the captain of this ship at range 1 to 2. This game round, the captain skill of the captain on the target ship is decreased by 1, and that captain cannot use its ability. Ha 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 ha. You thought you were clever by bringing high skill captains. No, you are not. You are silly. I like this as a captain neutralizer. It's cute. It's a thorn in the side card. It fits that little death by thousand cut build, and it's okay, right? It fits the. There's a use for it, not a great use for it, but if you're really trying to do some things with captain disabling, then sure, Yelgren has a role. Here's another copy of your Jem'Hadar bug. Generic, so that can live there. Mission card, we'll get there someday. Spread despair and demoralization. All this does is make me want to throw it into the pit. 5-point unique talent action. Discard this card and target all opposing ships at range 1 to 2. All target ships roll -1 attack die and -1 defense die this game round. Meaning, in total, all you do is roll 1 less die. Yeah. So, if that was each time they attack and each time they defend, they roll 1 less die, it might be good. Even then, it's an action discard for 5 points. I feel like multiple people designed these cards, and whoever designed that one was still on the old system, and some of these cards have been designed by new people who actually care and want the game to be good. Yeah, like I said, spread despair and demoralization to yourself if you want to run that card. Alright, Kilana. 4 skill, 2-point, unique captain with a talent slot. Always like cheap talent holders. When a tech upgrade equipped to this ship would be disabled, you may place 2 time tokens on it instead. Alright, she is one that is still waiting for good tech to come with disabled, or to come with time tokens. And as soon as we get that, she is going to see some amount of playability. As for right now, it doesn't actually exist, so she sits over there. Her grade at the end is going to be incomplete, or subject to change, something like that. But she is one that is ahead of her time. And I'm okay with that. Alright, Minesweeper. Something we've needed for a very long time. 1 per ship, 2-point weapon. Activation phase. When this ship would trigger a minefield token by moving, discard this card and target that minefield token. You have to be at range 1. Roll 1 attack die and consult the chart below. Hit or crit, remove the minefield token. Its effect does not trigger. Battle station or blank, the effect of the minefield token triggers normally. So, you hate minefields? Because I do. Well, pay 2 points, 50-50 chance! I'm okay with that. Really, I'm okay with that. I like Minesweeper. No, not just the game, but yeah, I like Minesweeper as a way to A, not take damage from mines, but B, also mess up your opponent's hiding places because they don't have mines now. And that is a good double-edged sword for you. And it can't hurt you other than the 2 points you're taking. Because it doesn't go away. In worst case, you run this as a weapon with Ibex Dynasty, and if your opponent doesn't run minefields, now you can throw it away. So, Alright, Jem'Hadar Elder. This is a 3-point crew. End phase. Place 3 time tokens on this card. Battle station tokens do not get removed from this ship this game round. Meh. There's a Klingon card that does this better. Or a Fed card. I don't remember. Something in the new starter set. 3 time tokens, bit much. For 3 points, I feel like I should be able to do that ability every other round. So I'm going to be a little picky, and I'm going to throw the Jem'Hadar Elder over there. I mean, it's a nice ability. Again, don't get me wrong, but it's still, I want it to be better. And when I want it to be better, it can live over there. So, second wing patrol ship, 3233, double crew weapon tech. As you'd figure, this ship rolls +2 defense dice if there's another Jem'Hadar attack ship within range 1. Okay, cool. So this is the defending one. At least they're giving us +2 defense dice instead of +1 because they realize that +1 defense die is terrible. So here, this gives you a reason to run defense and maybe both. Then you can have a 4-2-3-3 and a 3-4-3-3, and maybe life's not terrible. I don't know. I like them about the same. I still probably prefer the attack over the defense, but that's okay. All right. So we're down to the last 8 cards. I'd like to give a tiny update at some point out of 27. So just so you know where we're at. Photon torpedoes. These are forward, or primary and secondary arc. These are 8 dice, range 2 to 3. Attack, spend the ship's target lock token, discard this card, target an opposing ship that's not cloaked, has no active shields. The ship may convert all its battle stations into hits. So that's cool. You don't have to have a battle station token. Still like the Fed ones better. Still like the Ferengi ones better. But these aren't hideous. 8 dice is pretty scary. Yeah. Still, the cost associated with them is rough. The points don't scare me. It's you got to have a target lock, and you know everything can go wrong, and you can roll blanks, and then you have nothing to deal with your blanks. And you're not going to have a battle station token because this already converts battle stations into hits. So there's really nothing you do for quality other than some kind of built-in quality, and I don't love that. I really don't. I think those are a nice step, but they paved the way for even better torpedoes. So that's okay. Deos, skill 6 captain, 4 points, no talent slot on him. He is a Vorta, after all, so they're not very elite. Action, target a friendly ship at range 1 to 2. Equip a crew upgrade that was discarded from the target ship to the target ship. The target ship cannot attack this game round. That's it's got potential. There's some synergy there. It's still not my favorite thing to do in the world, but there's a place for it. You could regen 1 onto a Borg ship, and that could get scary. There's some things there. So, yeah, there's some potential. You got to have higher captain skill to be able to do actions with the ship, with the crew that comes back. But like I said, potential here. All right, our generic battle cruiser 5164, crew double weapon tech 29 points. It's okay. The battle cruiser is not fantastic. It's got a decent enough maneuver dial. that's the one that's got the 4 come about. The 2 white turns are, or the 2 turns are white, the 3 turns are red. It caps out at a 4 straight. Yeah, the cruiser's okay. I probably like it more than the battleship, but now the battleship has the bullseye arc, whereas the battle cruiser does not. So yeah, I don't know. This still feels okay. All right, Jem'Hadar first. Combat phase. Place 3 time tokens on this card. Convert 1 battle station into a hit, evade, or convert 1 battle station into a blank, evade, or hit. Why would you convert into a blank? Maybe if you have something about converting blanks, but that makes no sense. Anyways, and that also feels like the battle station action symbol rather than the die, but it's probably the battle station on a die. Anyways, I'm probably overthinking this. This feels like if it's going to be time tokens, it should have been a 1-point card. Or maybe a 2 at worst. It's just too expensive. Too expensive, nothing I'm going to utilize, and especially not every 3rd turn. Alright, Duran Adar. Duran Adar. Like a Tyranitar. Sorry, Pokemon. Unique crew, 3 points. Add 1 tech to this ship's upgrade bar. Yeah, that much is nice. Dominion, 3-point tech. Eric Motts couldn't do that. But then there's more. Activation phase. After this ship reveals a red maneuver, place 3 time tokens on this card. This ship does not receive Ox Power tokens this game round. Yes, this game round. Makes it safe. So there's some cool potential there. If nothing else, putting him on the Enterprise E, doing a reverse, doing a 6 straight, and then target locking or using the torpedo ability, you've got some potential there. That's not hideous. I don't know that it's 4-point good, but it's not hideous. Really what you're looking for is anything that would be take Ox Power to negate damage, to do an extra action, to do any kind of that stuff, then you can do that and there's no consequences with Duranadar. The full combo, I'm not quite sure what it is at the moment, but there's something to Duranadar that I think we're going to see played out in the future, but yeah, again, feels incomplete. Still, by himself, feels like a nice ability. So, all right, our named battle cruiser, 5165, double crew, weapon, double tech. Jem'Hadar attacks ships within range 1, roll +1 defense die. All right, so combine that with the 2nd wing, and now you're up to a 3/5 for rolls. So 5 defense dice. And I'm not saying nobody can overcome that, because people can overcome that and overcome that quite easily and without any quality. Because that's the thing that's missing, is quality. You can give people all the dice you want. It's the quality. So what I would have preferred would have been something like Jem'Hadar attack ships within range 1, roll, or not roll, but may convert 1 battle station into an evade each time they defend, or a blank into an evade, something like that. That would have been a more something that represents a capital ship better. because they're giving the orders, they're getting their fighters out of the way. That would have been something cool. This in and of itself, not my ideal ship. I want something that helps my big ships, not something that helps my little ships. If I'm taking a big capital ship, it needs to be able to fight on its own. And yeah, this has 5 attack dice, 11 total durability, but at 33 points, I've invested so much and I don't have an ability that helps me. I have an ability that helps my other ships just live a little bit longer, and the odds are they're going to kill this and then go after my little ships. So yeah, that's going to sit in the corner. Alright, Jem'Hadar Battleship Generic 6074, double crew, double weapon tech. Sure, it works. It's 29 points. 29 points for 11 durability, 6 attack dice. I mean, that's always at least got something to offer. And our last card is Energy Dissipator. This can only go on the attack ships. It's a forward arc only. It's unique. 3 dice, range 1 to 2. Discard this card, target an opposing ship. For each uncancelled hit or crit, discard 1 tech upgrade equipped to the target ship. For 2 points, you gotta consider it. You really have to consider a card like this. Yes, you're losing an attack die at range 1. That's okay. But it's doing some damage. It is discarding tech, which is never truly going to be the be-all end-all, but it can now get rid of Chemosite, which again is now one of like the top 10 tech that you really have to worry about in this game. So yeah, I think this Energy Dissipator lives here in the middle as a usable card, as something that you sit there and you go, I can make something work. So again, to recap, I really think the only 2 cards here that really actually excite me are Disruptor Cannon, the double attack of 6 dice. I don't love it because it's got to be on the battleship. And Lamat Ukan, which is if you spent your target lock to reroll, you can convert a battle station. Or convert a blank into a hit. Those are the really good cards. But again, I don't love them. They're just solid cards. Most of the pack sits here in the middle, and then there's a few, more than a few, that I think are kind of clunkers. The Battle Cruiser, the name Battle Cruiser, Jem'Hadar First, Photon Torpedoes, the Jem'Hadar Elder, Kilana, well, I explained Kilana, Spread Despair and Demoralization, Secondary Matter System, All Power to Weapons, the Female Changeling, and the Suicide Attack. Again, it's not that I hate these cards. It's that something feels off with this pack. It feels like, well, I'm not sure. Let's flip the camera around and I'll talk to camera about my final thoughts here. So like I was saying, something just feels off. It feels like the design direction went in too many different ways. Like this tried to accomplish too many things. And when that happens, I feel like this pack does a lot of things okay. But it doesn't do anything really well. And unfortunately, with the way this game's going, especially now with Gold Press Platinum tokens, with the negation of dice, with so many other things, to do things only this well means that your head is chopped off and that you're not actually useful. So the reality is that the Dominion are not back. They're not scary. They're okay. But other things do better than they do. And That's something that people need to be aware of. Is this pack a total waste of your money? No, no, I don't think so. I think that there's definitely some good. There's some cool cards. I mean, we've got the female changeling. How long have we waited to see a changeling other than Odo in this game? Basically, people wanted that since the beginning, and now we finally got one. Right? That's something we need to celebrate here. But I also have to call it like I see it. And right now, I'm seeing it as it could have been better. It could have been a lot better. So far, this is my least favorite faction pack, and I hope it stays that way because I hope that faction packs continue to be these awesome things that really excite us, that really shake up the game, and maybe that's where I'm at. This faction pack doesn't shake the game up. That's not the worst thing, but it's also not the best thing. So, yeah. All right. Let's call it there. Thank you guys for watching. As always, questions, comments, feel free to leave them in the comment section, and I try to get back to you as soon as I can. So, thank you guys for watching, and until next time, we'll see you around the shipyard. Take care.